Hi, friends. Hello, my popping friends. It's me, Bon Jovi. Hope you guys are popping this week. Perfectly on plan. I am perfectly on plan. I am back on green. I did a week of purple last week, and that was very interesting because it was clean week for us. And so in Eastern Orthodox Lent, we have a week where we do the very minimal in terms of eating and food prep and all that good stuff. So I tried to eat on the purple plan, and there were a lot of days I just didn't eat enough. So weigh in was 244.2. I was kind of hoping I would be down a little bit, but I also am in that like hormonal, the hormonal time, the hormones. So, hi, Spanish Whisper and Barbara and Ruth. I was talking to my friend Anita today. We were messaging back and forth over on Instagram. And I was kind of explaining about how I feel sort of YouTube uninspired, but I still love our community over here. So I always want to come say hi. But I feel just a little uninspired. And lately, I've just been trying to have fun online and not be so in my head about everything all the time, which is hard for me because I overprocess. I went to a conference last week on Thursday. And if you saw over on Instagram, I'm Ennis for Nurse 17 on Instagram. I showed you guys a picture of my lunch, which was primarily Lenten. There was a little bit of feta cheese on the salad that I didn't eat, and there was some oil on the salad. But for the most part, it fit in with Lenten eating. Thought it was interesting because we discussed how the National Science Foundation says that 80% of our thoughts are negative. 80% of our thoughts are negative, which I was like, what? And then the other thing that's interesting about your thoughts is that 95% of your thoughts are repetitive. So if 80% of your thoughts are negative and 95% of those thoughts are repetitive, you can see how hard it is to change our thinking and our mindset. And so our mindset basically is made up of conscious thoughts, subconscious thoughts, our beliefs, and our values. And you guys know I like to come on here and talk a lot about what I'm thinking. And I think that that is valuable because I've found that often a lot of you guys are on the same wavelength as I am. But changing the mindset is such a difficult challenge for those of us that get stuck in these patterns of repetitive negative thoughts. And so they were talking a lot about how to change your mindset. And these were all very learned people. But they were saying that you cannot fight something that you do not know. And they were talking a lot about journaling. And so we did a lot of journaling exercises, which I found very, very useful. Um, and we examined sort of our repetitive thoughts, and we did one like conscious stream of thinking that you journaled. And it was interesting because every time you would stop, you would say the phrase, I find this thought destructive because. So that was very interesting. Um, but anyway, we talked a lot about, are you feeling stuck? We talked about that. It was a very good day to sort of examine some of those things. But when you have these negative thoughts that are coming through your head, you really need to examine them, is basically the point. And then you need to ask yourself, what is true? Because a lot of times we don't even verbalize or write down the thought or acknowledge the thought. We just let it circulate and circulate instead of like accosting the thought, you know, like a negative thought, like, I will never lose this weight. Okay. So really, what is the truth in that? I don't have a crystal ball for the future, right? I only know what I'm doing right now in the present. So instead of doing that, I can capture that thought back, acknowledge that I had that thought. I can write that thought down and I can say to myself, this is destructive because it's not true. I don't really know. All I know is right now in this moment, I am working towards better health. I am working towards changing my mindset. I am on plan with Weight Watchers. Like, I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I know in the moment what my truth is. And so for me, like, holding those thoughts captive, I think is really important. And so that was helpful. I did a lot of journaling. We wrote down, I am worthy, I am lovable, right where I am. I can enjoy this day even though my pants are too tight. That's a true thought right there. Like, in this moment, I am lovable and worthy, and my pants may be too tight, but dadgummit, I'm valuable. And that's the truth. So I just kind of wanted to put it out there. I also liked what they said about, when you ask people how they're doing, they say, I'm fine. They really mean that I'm a frustrated individual needing encouragement. And so I've had with some of my patients since this conference, I've gone to their house. I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, oh, I'm fine. And I'm like, this is a frustrated individual needing encouragement. And that is my time to pull out some encouraging words, some affirmations, and really acknowledge something beautiful that I see in that person in front of me. So, anyway, it was a good conference. Um, you know, I avoided the cookies. So that was my other truth for the day. Um, Cheryl, I don't know. I think that, you're asking if there's something wrong with the way that you think. My first question would be, are you capturing those thoughts in terms of journaling? And are they negative? Are they true? You are not your thoughts. So we have a lot of thoughts. The other thing that drives me crazy is when I put thoughts into other people's minds for them. I don't know what they're thinking, but I'm like, oh, they probably think I look like really fat in this pop shirt. you know? I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking out there. It's the same with like the YouTube stuff. I'll put something out on my channel and I'll be like, oh, I feel so insecure and I probably offended people or that was probably stupid or whatever. I don't know what you guys are thinking. So instead of going off on some sort of negative, repetitive tangent, I can capture that and say the reality is I go on YouTube to have fun, to be there with my friends and my community, and I put out the real Amy. And I don't know if anybody likes it or dislikes it. I really, truly, honestly don't know. I see written words, I see comments back. I've been having a lot of fun over on Facebook because I feel like I can put like faces to names right now. And that's been really fun for me to like see some of you guys over there and be like, oh, I'm interacting and like seeing a little bit more of what you guys are doing. So that's been really enjoyable for me lately. I think YouTube sometimes is very one dimensional. Like it's me. I think one of you guys even said this. We have these people on YouTube and they're just talking at us, and it isn't a two-way conversation a lot of the time. So it's nice to close the loop and have those complete conversations with you guys. And we do some of that over here, but I'm finding that Facebook and Instagram, I'm doing a little bit more of that. Oh, thank you, Kelly. It's good to see you, Kelly. Um, oh, Ruth, you loved my video that you watched this AM. So I've been over on Facebook. I've been doing Tupperware. This is like my new hobby. It's been really, really fun over there. And so it's a time for me to just like let my hair down and be goofy in the kitchen. And I have some, friends over there. If you want to come hang out with me, I'm over there on Facebook. N is for Nurse RN. And I have a buddies group and I'm doing stuff on my regular page if you don't want to be in the buddies group. But just, trying to have fun with things again. I tend to get really serious. You guys know that. I think I told you all like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was at a patient's house and one of her family members said to me, um, "You're really intense." And I was like, but like they totally said it in a like a loving way because I've known them for over a year now. But I am a very intense individual. And so it was so funny to have someone mirror that back to me that wasn't like a friend or a family member or something. Like you can ask my family and they're like, you know, and you guys probably know that about me because you've seen me a lot over the last couple years. So, um, Susan, yes. Oh my gosh, I love this. I don't even know that I can read your quote out loud. But yes, I totally Susan says, "Every person wants to be told that I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters." And that is so true. I love that. Um, that's truth right there. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Susan, for putting that up and putting that out there. Um, anyway, and I think for Cheryl, she was saying that there's something wrong with the way I think. I think right there that that is um a negative thought. Why is there something wrong with the way you think? It doesn't have to be that there's something wrong. It has to be, how can you take the way that you're thinking and have it benefit your life? You know what I'm saying? I think we're always looking for what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong. And it's like, okay, well, what's right? What are we doing right? I don't know. I feel like, especially on a weight loss journey, we're always looking at like, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? I'm not doing it right. I'm not losing fast enough. I don't look good enough in those jeans. I'm not working the program right. We need to focus a little bit more on what are we doing right? What's happening that we can take and elevate. The good things, elevate them. So, um anyway, I wanted to come on here and tell you that I'm popping this week. If you want to pop with me, today was a perfect day. My kitchen is closed. I had a little second serving of my 0 point dinner that I really didn't need, but I was still like a little hungry. I don't even know. I think it was head hunger, but we're still good on our points. Um, and I had vegetable soup for lunch. I had Cody cakes for breakfast. I'm doing great on terms of all that. My husband and I are trying to cook a little bit more at home and not go out as much, although on Saturday we went to this restaurant called Happy's. And let me tell you, I was happy. It's kind of like a Cajun fish joint. Man, was it good! It was so good. I think that we're going to actually go out there when all the family is here in June for Judah's wedding. I think we're going to go have a dinner there with everybody. I think they'll love it. It was weird though because it's like a fish place and then it's also like a breakfast place at the same time. It just reminded me of something you would find in Florida. Um, Kelly said that she made pound droppers skinny joes. Oh, I need to go look that up. Pound, in fact, let's write that down. I've gotten to the point now where I've started watching things and like writing down ideas, or like if I see something on Instagram, because the problem is that if you don't write it down on Instagram, you can't remember who put it up. I know you can save things, but then it's like Pinterest. I don't know if you guys are like this on Pinterest, where you pin things, but you never go back and look at them. So, yeah, I totally need to write that down. So, pound droppers, skinny joes. Remember when Manwich was the big deal? Or was that just my generation? I do not know. Um, Kelly's been doing cardio drumming, working, and spring cleaning. Yes, I have been cleaning out and organizing my kitchen. So I have my pantry done, I have my freezer done, I have my fridge done. Next comes the cabinets. I'm going to go through all my cookware and bakeware. Um, I've just been kind of replacing like the cruddy old stuff that's cracking, melted, stained, either donating it or if it needs to be if it needs to go away, it needs to go away. You know what I'm saying? I had some really nasty cracked stuff that was not probably hygienic. So we've moved on and I'm looking into like more sustainable things that I'm going to have for a long time. So I've been doing that. Hi, Nightbird. And then I've also been looking for recipes for two people. It's just my husband and I that we both like. So we're not making separate meals every night, which we tend to do a lot of that, you guys. I will be honest with you. Um, and then just doing fun. I've been doing some giveaways over on Facebook. I have 28 clients right now, and I think only 3 of my moms are pregnant. So 25 moms and babies, and then 3 moms. So that's 53. I have 53 patients right now. So you can imagine that's been keeping me very busy. Church has been keeping me really busy. Um, Lorraine says, "You guys are great. Good job." Hi, Karen Bradford. How are you, my friend? So it's great to see you. Oh, Kitty, thank you so much. Kitty says we wouldn't watch you if we didn't like you for who you are. I know you guys would not be here if we didn't have that connection. I totally get it. Hi, Annette. How are you? Thank you. I appreciate your candor as well. I appreciate all of you guys just tell it like it is. Um, all right. Well, I just wanted to say hi. If you're going to pop challenge with me, let me know what that means for you. For me, it means staying within my daily points and not eating my weekly points. I was going to drink 4 big things of water today. I only got 2 in. I need to do better on that tomorrow. And then if I get to this time of night, I'm not going to go drink a big water because you know what happens to us women. We're up all night long, and I don't want to do that to myself. Has the time changed, like, jacked with your head at all? I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. and then I fell back asleep and I woke up in a panic later. And it's just, you feel weird. You feel a little off. So let me see. Happy Elf, how are you? Happy Elf, you fell off the wagon and you gained your weight back. My friend, let me just say, we have all been there. I know very, very few people that have done this only one time, that have lost the weight, gotten to goal, and stayed there permanently. Okay. We're all in the same boat here. There should be no one feeling more superior about this whole situation. Alrighty. Those of us that are challenged with this, it is a lifelong challenge and you're going to fluctuate. So, last time you did this, my friend, what did you do really well? Get out a pen and paper, write down what you did well, and let's focus on what you did well and don't focus on the fact that you've gained some weight back. It's okay. You can get it off again. All right. Just do what you did last time. I'm here. I'm supporting you. Pop with me this week. All right. If you didn't pop today, pop tomorrow. We'll do 5 perfect days, and then hopefully that will push you into a weekend where you're like, hey, I'm strong. I can take on the weekend and stay on plan. So for those of you that are new to pop, I have lots of videos where I'm talking about popping. It really has helped me go down and then kind of stay down, especially within the last couple of weeks, which were stressful with Lent starting and all of the cheese and meat. There was a lot of it. There was a lot. It was coming at me. So let's see if there's anybody else. Karen Bradford's at goal and you're 6 pounds over. Okay, so Karen, catch it now. Remember to catch it now. You just said out loud, I'm 6 pounds over. I want to catch it, which means that you are in contemplation. So we have pre-contemplation where you're not even thinking about it. That's when you're raiding the refrigerator and the cabinets. Then you have contemplation where it's like, oh crap, I weighed myself. I'm up on the scale. I want to get it off. And then you have action, which is like, I'm on plan, I'm popping, or whatever that looks like for you. I'm on plan, I'm on plan, I'm on plan. And then after action comes maintenance, the maintenance phase. So get into action, my friend. Karen, write your goals down. Pop challenge, daily water, and tracking. You can do it. Pop with me tomorrow, Karen. I'm going to hold you to that over on Facebook. Kelly says, check out the Facebook group, WW Fitbit Addicts. Ooh, okay, totally. I've got to get more steps in. My thing is to build that foundation of tracking and then to build on that. And And I feel like I do really well on tracking. Then I get my water down. Then I start to get my steps down. And for whatever reason, I fall back down, kind of like Mario Brothers or no, King Kong. You know how King Kong would like fall down back down to the bottom level? I feel like I have to get back to my tracking and then I can build from there. So keep it simple. Track what you're eating. You should always start with your tracking if you're on Weight Watchers. Amazing 77. You lost 3.4 today at weigh-in. You're fabulous and wonderful. So, yay, good job. You're going to pop with us this week. I love it. I love 0 point chili. I've been making a lot of the 0 point chili lately. I love it. I love it. And Susan says it's a lifelong challenge. You can do this. It's not a race. Donkey Kong. What did I say? Did I say Donkey Kong? Oh my goodness. I'm going to watch this back. This is why I don't watch a lot of my videos back. All right. So let's pop. Post down below if you didn't already post what you're going to do to pop with me this week. I will check in Saturday after weigh-in. I'll do a weigh-in video for you guys. I know I haven't done it lately. I've just been really busy. Sandy O is saying she's having a steady gain pattern lately with small gains, but still gains. I know, Sandy, isn't that funny? Is that we have little small losses and they accumulate over time. So do those little teeny gains. And so be like Karen and catch it now. You just said you want to catch it. So you're in contemplation. So move yourself from contemplation to action. Okay. That means right now you're on program with me and Karen and Kelly and Amazing 77 and Susan and Ruth. Who else is on plan right now? If you're on plan, raise your hand in the chat. We're on plan together. All right, let's do this. I will see you guys Saturday. Other than that, I don't know when I'll see you, but I will see you. Okay? Okay. Love you all. Stay on target. No, stay in orbit. Stay on target is, oh, that's Star Wars. I've been talking to my brothers lately. So that's a whole other story. We've got lots going on. Stay in orbit. Talk to you guys later. Bye.